Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for this summer solstice spiritual practice. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and today is the solstice and the start of Cancer season, and tomorrow is a full moon in Capricorn. This is a very powerful time. We talk a lot about the cycles of the moon and the other planets, but the sun is the center of everything, and today we're honoring it. So we're going to talk about the astrology of the solstice. We're going to talk about Cancer season and the full strawberry moon. We'll do a card pull and set some summer intentions with a guided meditation at the end. So you will need something to write with and a candle for the meditation. I'll also channel some messages from my spirit guides, and a lot of the channeled messages come during the card pull, but I also checked in with them when I was preparing this, and I have incorporated everything that they thought was important to share too. So this is Pay What You Want. There is a link in the show notes below to pay what you want, and I really, really do appreciate you doing that. So one more thing, all of my podcasts and my spiritual practices are infused with positive energy. So you get an energy boost just for sitting there and listening. So sit back, relax, take some deep breaths, just be, and soak in all the extra energy and light that's available today. The solstice, as we know, is the longest day of the year with the most sunlight, and the extra light raises the energy grid of the planet, and everything is high vibing on the solstice. And it's an excellent day to set intentions for the future. And as always, pay special attention to anything you hear that resonates with you. There are no coincidences about anything, including you listening to this right now. So there are messages for us constantly. So just listen for the messages that are for you today. All right, happy solstice. The solstice is a much bigger deal and affects us more than we realize. Think about how we're affected when the moon is full and the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon. So we can think of the solstice as 400 times stronger than a full moon. It's a full sun. So our modern culture doesn't really honor the solstice like the ancients did. It was such a big deal that ancient cultures built monuments like Stonehenge and Machu Picchu to honor it. They also built the two great pyramids and the Sphinx in Egypt. So if you stand at the Sphinx on the summer solstice and you look toward the two pyramids, you will see the sun set exactly between them. So what is happening in the sky with the planets at the time of the solstice, it sets the tone for the whole summer, for the whole season. And at the exact time of the summer solstice, the sun will move into Cancer and starting Cancer season. And Cancer is just lovely. It's nurturing, intuitive, compassionate, emotional. And often when we hear emotional, we think of crying and feeling bad, but it also means feeling good and feeling happy, deep feelings. Cancers are also homebodies who love nurturing their homes and caring for their pets and their plants and their people. So the first few weeks of summer are ideal for lounging around with friends and just enjoying the summertime. Now, there are a couple of things astrologically happening at the time of the solstice. Mars is in Taurus at the time of the solstice, and this slows everything down and makes this a summer where we may be feeling nostalgic. So the energy is like the summers when we were kids and we were riding bikes and hanging out with friends and swimming and lying in the sun. It's slow and leisurely and wonderful. And thanks to Mercury and Venus, who have just moved into Cancer, the focus is on spending time with people we love this summer. And this placement also helps us feel confident and optimistic and relaxed. And what's affecting our energy probably the most this summer is Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter is the planet of abundance and luck. It's the largest planet in the solar system. It magnifies everything it comes in contact with. So when it teams up with Jupiter, it really cranks up the volume on every aspect of life related to communication and travel and technology. Jupiter transits bring opportunities and blessings. And this summer, it helps us to feel light, happy, and positive with lots of good vibes. So all of this energy together makes this a summer to remember. It's slow and leisurely and wonderful when we spend time with just all the people that we love. And then adding to all the summer magic of the solstice, on Friday, right after the solstice, is the strawberry full moon. So we have a full sun and a full moon back to back. Like, this is a lot of energy. The cool thing about this full moon is it's the lowest full moon we've had in years, meaning the lowest in the sky. So the sun is absolutely at its highest all year on the solstice, and a full moon is opposite the sun, so this full moon is at the very lowest, the lowest we've seen in years. They won't even be able to see the moon in Alaska because it's so low, it won't even clear the horizon. Now, this moon is in Capricorn, and it's the first one of 2 full moons in Capricorn in a row. So when there are 2 full moons in the same sign like this, it's called a double full moon. It only happens every 2.5 to 3 years. So with Jupiter in Gemini this year, things are shifting and changing. And these 2 full moons in a row in Capricorn help us start creating the next thing. They're helping us lay the foundation for our future. So we can think of this summer as our canvas. We're creating our future, our masterpiece. We're creating a summer to remember and what we want in the long term. And that future starts now. The powerful solstice is pumping up the energy of the full moon, giving us a huge power boost. Okay, so you might be thinking, how can I have a slow, loungy, wonderful, fun summer and create the foundation for the future? Because laying a foundation sounds like work. So the magic of this particular solstice is that it's in perfect balance. The sun is at its highest and the moon is at its lowest. Talk about perfect balance. And this energy helps us balance our lives. We can relax and get stuff accomplished. It isn't either or, it's both. We actually get more done if we're in a calm, balanced, relaxed state. So this summer we can relax, we can get in the flow of energy, and we can use universal energy and flow to get further than we can by working so hard. So this is a summer we can learn to flow with life. Like, summers like this don't come along very often. I mean, there's always a summer vibe when we go through the summer signs, but to have a full moon immediately after a full sun, and then with back-to-back full moons in the same sign with Jupiter and Gemini, and the placement of Mars in Taurus and Mercury and Venus in Cancer, it's just this magical combination of good energy. It's fabulous. So I think this would be a really good time to do a card pull. I do love a card pull. So this is the deck that I use. My daily deck is called the Light Seers Tarot. And let's do a little pull. I always do a 3-card pull. Just gives us a little bit more information than a 1-card pull. And then often a longer pull for me is just too much. I can keep track of a 3-card pull. A 5-card spread or 6-card spread, it's a little too much, and probably takes too much time for this too. So anyway, there's always so much confirming information and reaffirming information, I should say, in a card pull. Okay, here we go. And I have to say also, the cards are always like so spot on. Okay, here we go. The first card, the 6 of Cups. Of course it is. All right, the second card, the High Priestess. And then the third card is the Queen of Swords. So let's start with this. Let's start with the 6 of Cups. Actually, before we do that, I love the numerology of these card pulls, and this one, I use the numbers on the cards. This one is a 620, and that says, trust that God or the universe is taking care of your needs, because this is true. I always love a little reassurance like that. So, all right, 6 of Cups. We talked about this summer being nostalgic. And you could see on this card, it's like when the gentleman is a little boy and he's with his dog, and now he's grown up and he's with his dog too. Like we've talked about, this summer feeling like you're a little kid again. And it's interesting because when I'm thinking about that initially, I was thinking about like all the fun things that we had, riding our bikes, swimming, all that fun, all those fun things. But there's also a lot that happens in our past that maybe isn't quite so fun. We all have had drama and things that we have gone through, as we've grown up. And so this is the time to leave that stuff behind. Like, can you leave behind the thing? We can't go back and change anything. So can you leave behind some of the, as we would call, bad stuff? As we know, it's all for our highest good, but some of it doesn't feel that good. Some of it has been traumatic. This is the summer to leave that behind and go back and think about the good stuff that has happened to you when you were a little kid, when you were younger. So really good card, especially right on about nostalgia. And you can see even the dude, it's hard to see this on the camera sometimes. Even the guy looks a little sad and, forlorn, I should say, like thinking back. Don't let that wreck this summer. Like this is a dream summer. So think about and focus on, we know what we focus on grows. Focus on the great things about the summers of your past. So, okay. Card number 2 is the High Priestess. She's powerful. Now look at I think it's pink, the pink light streaming in to her crown chakra, just streaming in. Today, my God, is this the perfect card for today? We have all of this extra light, all of this extra energy today. It's wonderful. Also, as we're talking about a slow, leisurely, wonderful, fun summer, this is when we also will have a lot of experiences. I'm going to call this the summer of spirituality. Because when you're going slow, when you're allowing yourself to be leisurely and go with the flow and be in the flow of life, that is when more information comes in. You have more spiritual experiences. Yeah. So go slow. Be open to what comes up. Because when we do go slow and when we're in that flow of energy, a lot of things we're available to pay more attention. We're not focusing on something and things are going on around us and we're not even paying attention to it. We're paying attention to it. So good card, I have to say, for the solstice. Come on, all the light streaming in. She's balanced. She's good. All right, then the final card, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Now look at her. Look at her just sitting up there. She's kind of looking over her kingdom. She's looking over her life. And she knows what she wants. She looks confident. Confident. So as we're setting these summer intentions, we got to know what we want. We might have to know what we want to experience, especially as we're laying the foundation for this next chapter. Like a summer of laying foundation. What are you laying the foundation for? You have to know what you want. You have to know what you want and then ask for it and go for it and confidently go for it. So setting clear intentions, knowing what you want and then claiming it. Like, of course this is going to happen. Look at her. She's like, of course, I've got this bitch. Of course this is what's going to happen. It's great. It's really great. So I love this nostalgia, letting things go, focusing on the great parts and leaving the other stuff behind and moving the fuck on. And then, I don't know, I love the High Priestess. I think she might be like the Solstice card. Because all of this light and power is streaming in for a spiritual summer. Like going slow, that's when we get the experiences. When we're present and slow and living life, that's when we're more open to seeing the spiritual experiences. And then finally, Queen of Swords. All right, we set our intentions. We know what we want. We're asking for it and we're getting it. Simple as that. So I have to say, pretty dang good, huh? Pretty good. All right, so let's get started with moving from one thing to another today, huh? Let's get started with our spiritual practice, with our little guided meditation. So you want to have something to write with. You want to have something to write with, and also a candle, because, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit more special. And why not? This is the solstice, a powerful solstice. Why don't we just start with a candle? Now, once again, this is a dream summer. And what we're doing in our ritual to honor the solstice is to create our dream summer. So we're going to do a little meditation and some journaling and set our intentions for this magical summer. So feel free to pause the recording and give yourself more time for reflection and journaling. I will leave some time in here, some space, but you might need more. You actually might need less. So who knows? You could speed up the recording, I guess, too, or just sit there and breathe. So, all right, let's start. Let's go ahead and start. Let's start by lighting the candle, honoring the light of the solstice. I have to say, I do love all the extra light today. And let's just go ahead and close our eyes and start with the breath. Just in and out, calm and relaxed. May want to shake your shoulders, move your head around, kind of release any stress you may have in your body. And then let's slow the breath down, making it longer and deeper. With each exhale, you're getting more and more relaxed. Now imagine roots growing from your body into the earth, grounding you and connecting you to this moment. Now imagine it's a warm summer day and you're lying under a big tree. You're warm and you can feel a breeze gently blowing on your skin. You can smell the freshly cut grass and maybe some flowers. You hear birds chirping and the sounds of summer. Now visualize a perfect summer day from your childhood. See yourself as a child experiencing the joy and the freedom of summer. Maybe you're swimming or riding bikes, playing with your friends, maybe camping or having a barbecue. Imagine all the details vividly. Feel the warmth of the sun. The coolness of the water. The taste of your favorite summer treat. And the sounds of laughter and nature. Now, staying in this energy, let's go ahead and open our eyes, get your journal, whatever you have to write with, and start by writing about your favorite childhood memories. Just describe them in detail, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the feelings. Just allow yourself to relive these fabulous summer childhood memories. We'll take a few minutes to do this. Now, from being in this great energy and these memories, we want to set our intentions for the summer ahead. So let's start with the experiences from your childhood that you want to recreate. Maybe you want to go camping in the same place, or make ice cream like you did when you were a kid, or go for walks at sunset. So take a few minutes to write down the experiences from your childhood that you want to recreate. So next, what new memories do you want to make? What new experiences do you want to have this summer? So let's go ahead and write those down. So once again, feel free to pause if you need a little bit more time. And then finally, what do you want to feel this summer? Maybe you want to feel carefree, relaxed, fun, in love. Whatever it is that you want to feel this summer, let's go ahead and write that down. So once you're done with that, we want to close our eyes one more time and then visualize yourself enjoying this summer. Close your eyes and picture yourself enjoying the activities that you wrote down. Imagine yourself feeling how you want to feel this summer. Now make a promise to yourself that you'll allow yourself to have one of the best summers of your life. Thank yourself for being here and doing this to honor the solstice and create a wonderful summer. And then when you are ready, go ahead and open your eyes and come back. I just love this energy I just love this energy of summer. I can tell I'm even talking slower. Where you slow down and you're leisurely and you're happy and life is good and there's fresh fruit and we're swimming in the lake and ice cream and all that fun stuff. We often think of intention setting as, to-do lists. I intend to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to meditate every day. But we can also set the energy with intentions. And once again, I just love this carefree, light, easy, fun, these vibes of summer when we are building something new too. So thank you for joining me for this. Once again, this is Pay What You Want, and there is a link in the show notes to do that. I really also appreciate you subscribing, liking, and commenting. It makes a difference in getting in the algorithm. I know it sounds stupid, but it does make a difference. So my day job is as a spirit guide channeler, and I do 30 and 60-minute readings, and there is a link in the show notes to book appointments with me, or you can go to my website, abundology.com. So happy solstice, everyone. Even if you don't do this and you just sat here and you soaked up all the positive vibes and gave yourself a break, this is a super powerful moment. So happy solstice, and I'll see you again.